Hey, your obstacles are your obstacles. This is your life. So you have to be willing to overcome your own obstacles without having to have somebody always be there to help you overcome your obstacles. See, I believe in asking for help, but I also believe in being self-sufficient, being independent. And not when it comes to just making money or getting your own place or getting your own car, but being able to overcome your obstacles, to solve your own problems, to get past things in life and deal with adversity. You should be able to do this for yourself, do this on your own. It's just a matter of learning how to do it. So my job is to teach you, to show you how to overcome an obstacle that you're dealing with that's really the biggest obstacle. I focus on helping you overcome the biggest one that you're currently dealing with. Once I help you help yourself overcome this obstacle, then you'll know how to overcome obstacles in life. So whenever you are dealing with obstacles, you'll know the process. You'll know how to overcome the obstacles that you're dealing with because you know the process of how to do it. And that is figuring out the problem. See, the obstacle isn't the problem. It's pretty much the symptom of the problem. Pretty much. And usually they usually say symptom in terms of being sick or having a disease, but I'm using it in the sense of trying to explain to you that the issue isn't the problem. Like your obstacle that you have to overcome isn't the problem. It's cause of the problem. The obstacle is because of the problem. So now I'm using symptom in that sense. So yeah, the obstacle that you have to overcome is not the problem, which means you got to figure out what the problem is in order to overcome the obstacle. And how you do that is you figure out the root. You figure out why the problem is a problem. And that is getting down to the root cause. And then once you can do that, so you figure out the root cause of the problem. Then you got the problem. And now you can start the process of actually overcoming the obstacle because you have figured out why this is an obstacle, whatever this thing is. You figured out why. See, so that's an important part to know. You got to figure out why things are the way they are. Why are you struggling with this obstacle? Why? And how you figure out the why is to figure out the problem. You see what I mean? So you really got to figure out the problem before you try to start overcoming obstacles. Before you really actually succeed at overcoming this obstacle, you got to actually start with figuring out the problem, which is figuring out the root cause. So it's a few steps that you have to go through. It's a few things that you have to do before you actually start to defeat something. Before you actually start the process, begin the process of overcoming an obstacle, of healing, of breaking an addiction, all of these things are journeys that you have to go on. It's not a one-time thing, or it's not a quick fix type of thing. It's a journey that you have to go on. But before you go on these journeys, you have to figure out You have to address certain things first. So it's a process with things. A lot of things have to get broken down. It's not easy to understand. Everybody doesn't understand things the same way. And everybody is dealing with certain circumstances, different type of situations. So, I keep that in mind as a coach. You know what I mean? And that's why I help people in different ways. And this is the thing. Some people may have the same type of obstacles that they need to overcome, but it may be a different process of overcoming. I may give one person certain steps, and I may give another person certain steps. Most likely, you won't have the same steps as another person. It's not going to be the same. So y'all going to both have a different experience working with me, or a coach who does the same thing that I do. It's going to be a different experience from client to client. So, but I think that's the beauty of working with people. You can learn about different people, learn about different experiences, learn about, people who are going through different things in life. It opens up your mind, gives you an opportunity to get to know people on a real level. You're not so one-track minded. You're not so one-sided. You're not so biased, And it gives you a chance to really see other people's perspectives and hear other people's viewpoints and really just see what other people are going through that you might not have realized, or you may be so fixated on your experience and what you went through and your situations and circumstances, which is good to be, to accept what you've gone through and be things of that nature. But you also want to kind of open up your mind, not be so in your own world, so much in your own world that you don't know what's going on outside of your world, in the real world. So that's why you want to get to know different people's experiences. But so yeah, you have to be willing. You have to have the desire to overcome. You have to have the desire to want to be better, to want to make progress, to want to accomplish goals. You have to have goals that you want to accomplish. You know what I mean? In order to overcome this thing, you have to have a certain type of mindset, a certain type of mentality, knowing that, hey, my life is going to change for the better if I actually approach this thing with the right mindset, wanting to be better, wanting to overcome. My life is going to be better. And also understanding that the journey of overcoming something is not going to be easy, but it's not supposed to necessarily be easy. You're on that journey to overcome so your life can be easier. So a lot of the times we got to do what challenges us for us to have a better life, for us to have an easier life. A lot of the times you got to do what's hard to live. I wouldn't say live an easy life, but to have more peace, right? Or just to have more options, or to have more clarity, or to have more confidence, or to have higher self-esteem, or to feel worthy of yourself and valuable, and it's certain benefits that come with overcoming your obstacles, healing,